doing here? Click the red number, go to my mentions or whatever, and down. Sometimes there's little thing down arrow that you can go straight down, like straight. I get a top when I click a category. Says click here. Click here to make mark. Yeah. Or I can go down and then go away. Oh shit, I'm live. Switching camera. How do I do this? Alright, let's see here. We're gonna go OBS studio mode. And then I'm gonna go and click on Nintendo. Oh, I'm big. A little too big here. Gonna have to resize that. Alright, let's resize me. I'm gonna put me in the corner. See, I need to have the top of my Gundam. Alright, good. I'm kind of elevated. That's a tough one. How do I want to do this? Yeah. There we go. And then we can move my microphone a little closer. Lower my decibels a little bit to like maybe 0.7. Sound check. A little too low there, buddy. Alright, sound check. Testing 1, 2. I hope I'm not too loud. Okay, then we're gonna... There we go. A little progress. See, I'm like a little reluctant to have the little box in the corner because, you know how it goes. You know, then you have like another diminutive gaming guy in the corner here, you know? I could go for like the dollar bill filter. You know, I can go all George Washington here. Hey! There we go. We fixed it. Uh-oh. That don't look good. Yeah, I'm kind of experimenting here. Okay. Adjustments made. Now, I'm gonna share the link. We're gonna use the same image thumbnail graphic as last week's stream. 3 weeks ago, as a matter. I think it was 10 days ago. Yeah, like 12 days ago. Let's see here. Where do we want to share it? Okay, we're gonna do announce, promote yourself. That's how I share these links here. I go on Discord and I say I promote myself. I'm just trying to. the little screen. And then we can go to, let's see here. And I'm totally gonna promote other people while I do this. Alright, and then we go to Mr. Jedi. We go to... There we go. See, I'm reluctant to keep going everywhere to promote myself. You know what? We'll go one more place. We're gonna go here. Let's see if this guy has a promote yourself area. Oh my god, I just saw a messed up meme. I freaking hate Discord. They give you these, Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm done. Wait, one more. Aw, man, I'm totally missing out on the Nashville meetup here. But that's okay, I hope everyone has fun. Yeah, I think we got it. Okay. Yeah, I think I've promoted myself adequately here. We'll just have to make sure. Good. Public stream. I think we're all set. But man, I'm gonna look like a madman if I go climbing up on my desk here to turn off my halogen lamp. I guess I'll crack open a window. And if anybody tunes in, I'll tell you to go check out my friend's channel. In the meantime, let's see how this works here. I am amazed here. Okay, I was just testing something out because what happened was okay, that will have to suffice. Good. I was testing out a functionality. Basically, how do I phrase it? I got my video game on Discord here. And I have it on my computer screen here. Oh, this is a cool level here. I like it. Oh, hey. Hey, Beaverman. Oh, okay, I'm just trying to... Okay, I've already seen a minor issue here. Looks like I do get a little latency sometimes. It's not really lag. It's more like a frame rate thing, and it's not like a big deal. Like, it seems the inputs are perfectly responsive here. It's so Sonic the Hedgehog-y. Alright. Good. But, yeah, I mean, like, what I usually do is I switch the input on my monitor, but I don't want to do that because it takes a few seconds to switch between... Oh, yeah, we're getting some weather here, I think. Okay, well, we're going to tell the computer to take some pictures anyway. But what's happening here is the camera is set to take 2-minute exposures. As the temperature drops, we could tell the motor to kind of contract a little bit on the focuser. Did we... Whoops, wait a second. I never switched inputs, I'm sorry. I gotta get into a... Oh my god, what a glitch. Hang on, we gotta make some, I gotta fix me up some items here. Okay. Whoops, that's not it. There we go. Okay, we're making progress here. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. I feel like this doesn't look right. Okay, that's it. We're breaking out of studio mode. I need to see a larger preview here. Okay, good. I think we got it. See, I'm using a... Hey, that's a weird feature. Oh, I know why. I'm not looking at the pre... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Little, Okay, good. So, there we go. We got a good preview. I can go into my full up... Oh. Everything is all screwed up. What happened was I had a video card driver... So, I could explain. I had a video card driver update today. Windows Update took it upon itself... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's not do that. So my Windows 10 video card, well, Windows Update ran a video card driver automatically, like it, Windows Updates runs. It updated my video driver, the NVIDIA driver, and when I got in here, my screen resolution was like super low resolution on my primary display. So I had to roll back the driver update, and luckily it was really easy. I ran an update through NVIDIA GeForce Experience and was able to install the correct driver. Once I did that, I had control again, but in OBS in my settings it screwed up my monitor designations. So when I click on full webcam view, oh, okay, that's fixed, my mistake. And when I clicked on primary display, it showed you my other display. And if I say show me my upper display, it's showing you a completely different display. So I'm gonna need to take a minute. To fix my OBS settings. So we're gonna switch into studio mode so that nothing gets affected. And I just gotta tell it to use the correct monitor. Okay, good. So we got full up webcam, main display. So good. I got my OBS screen, my main display, my main web camera, my Nintendo, and Nintendo without any webcam. Okay, so I think we're basically in good shape here. So we're gonna go back. Now my only other issue in OBS is that when I have the webcam in the corner, it's like a nice little neat box. But what we want is sometimes to have this neat little oval, and this is great when you're doing static imagery, but I have not figured out yet how to like use the oval during this, source, during this scene, and then when I switch to a different scene, say full camera. I don't want to be like George Washington in this viewing angle, you know. I want to be full screen rectangle over here, and then George Washington in this mode here. But I have really no way to fix that, or at the moment I don't know how to make that independent, so I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm going to resume my video game, but before I do, the main reason I'm actually streaming is because if I don't sit down at my desk and play a video game, I won't tend to this. And most of this is automatic, but it looks like we might have some clouds rolling in. Earlier today, all day today, it was very windy. And I was actually cool with this because if it, you know, I wasn't using my telescope during the daytime, although I was tempted to do solar astronomy. I was also busy rewiring the USB hub on my telescope because, you know, I had major issues with the USB hub on my telescope, and last week it wasted a relatively clear night. Today I fixed it and it's working a lot more consistently. Almost perfectly, but I wouldn't call it perfect, but pretty close. On the downside, the windiness persisted into the evening, and so it shakes up the telescope a little bit. This application is supposed to correct for that automatically, or assist in correcting for that. It's really not for the wind, it's for mechanical issues. It's to compensate for mechanical guiding and tracking errors. But as you can see here, we can see the cigar galaxy over here, and we can see M50. I'm not gonna make up names. Let's see what galaxy we are looking at. Oh, it's right into this neighborhood here. Bode's Galaxy. Bode's Galaxy is M81, and M82 is the Cigar Galaxy. And then up here is the Garland Galaxy, which is NGC 3077, which is, you know, just a different designation. If I ran it longer exposure time, you might even see it in the top corner, although I zoomed in a bit. Yeah, there it is. I believe that is the Garland Galaxy here. And what we're going to do is... This is a real tough one here. See, this one's always is a challenging target. And it looks like my auto guiding software is being a little bit challenged, so we're going to have to make some adjustments over here. And as you can see, the background is very washed out. This is in itself is not really an issue because we can process the light background out. That's not a problem. We could essentially go into imaging software and say, and declare this shade of gray as black, and then tell the software that we want to keep the points of light, we want to enhance this, and the way we would do that is by stacking multiple frames. That's why you see down here it says 5 out of 1,000. I'm not really going to take 1,000 shots. I'm going to stop it before that, but I'm taking, like, you know, a few shots. Sometimes you got to take like 40 or 50 in red, green, and blue. We see it in black and white now, but I process it later. These buttons here are representing individual filters. We're currently on the blue filter. We got the temperature set to -15 on the image sensor, and you can see it's using up like 65 on the power. It goes up to like 255. So it's like about 25% power. Yeah, it's about 20-25%. It's using a 12-volt power supply to give us that cooling effect, and it's basically just pumping heat off of the back of the image sensor, because when you do 2-minute exposures, the heat basically gets interpreted as photons. And really, you know, as it stands right now, in fact, not even as photons, an image sensor, a camera sensor will take the photons of light and turn them into electrons. And that's how we get an image on a camera. But it can also turn heat into electrons. So we're going to do some experimentation, not experimentation, we're going to fix some things over here. So as we can see, this half a second exposure isn't really cutting it anymore. So I can crank up the gain a little bit, make the points of light a little brighter. Then we're going to tell it to automatically scan again. We're using multi-star tracking. And oh, look at that, you can see the galaxies a little bit. You can see the cigar, and you can see Bode's Galaxy M81 right here. And you can also see the background is brightening up and getting dim every half second, since we're using half-second exposures. And so that does tell me there is a little bit of a atmospheric haze and maybe even cloudiness, faint clouds, some haze that's interfering, and that's part of why this image is becoming so washed out, which means I'm going to give up on red, green, and blue. I was using visible spectrum red, green, and blue filters to image these objects because it works. I mean, you can see them pretty well on a clear night. Unfortunately, during the past winter, we had either bad weather, or the scope was down for maintenance, or I had work on a given night and couldn't really do this work. I mean, I couldn't work on my telescope if I had work at 5 a.m. Now, it's still kind of cool outside, like 55, 40 degrees, 48 degrees, but we're getting into springtime now, and, you know, the warmer months are going to make it a little bit harder to do this type of imaging. So, anyway, I just switched to a hydrogen alpha filter. We're still doing 2-minute exposures. I may just crank up my gain up to 3500 maximum. Yeah, come on, man. Those clouds are fading in and it's still interfering, so we're gonna switch. We're gonna do 1 second exposures. We're gonna drop the gain a little bit, and we're gonna pray. Okay, and we're gonna rescan. I can do that. Bongos. It doesn't really, don't know how that sounds on the microphone. We'll clear our graph. We'll turn on the trend line, and we'll fire it up. Oh, sorry for the loud banging sound. Nobody's watching anyway. Oh man, look, I gotta update the thumbnail for this stream here. It just says Space 2022. That's fine, I can live with that. But it says pre-stream. See, like weeks ago, I did like a 8-hour stream. And originally it was supposed to just be like a preliminary stream in preparation for another stream. But I ended up just keeping it going. And then a friend invited me over his house, and I went to his house and kept the stream running anyway, because you know, it was my hope that we would be able to see cool stuff remotely. So where we are right now, we're still pointing at Bode's Galaxy. Let's go and switch our settings a little bit. Why don't we? We're going to turn on the equatorial grid, and just to give you a reference, this is the azimuthal grid. Altitude up and down, and azimuth is left and right. And technically, from where I'm sitting and from where my scope is situated behind me in the backyard, I'm facing here, and north is a little bit to the left. I'd say it's like over, yeah, it's like that. So I'm facing somewhere between northeast and northeast. And we got Vega rising, so we may actually take some pictures in red, green, and blue imaging of Vega, because I want to see if I don't think it's actually a blue star, but it is a blue type star. So I mean, I want to see if I get more blue on the blue filter, and then if I can get it to look kind of blue when I process it, if that's even Uh-oh. Oh, God. Uh-oh. What's... That's not... Wait. Oh... What? The heck? What the hell happened here? I mean, we're still looking at the cigar galaxy, but the scope is pointing over here. Earlier, I had the scope sitting somewhere between these two targets. Now, let's go turn off the, we're looking at the sky at about a 45-degree angle. Oh, God, that's not good. I'm going to use my left arm. Like a 45-degree angle, about Yada way. Oh, I see here. Okay. And so if we were to speed up time, it's going to move like the arms on a 24-hour clock. And then at some point the sun will rise, except that I don't know if I have the sun enabled on this app. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the sun is not enabled. Oh yeah, 4. Okay, there we go. And then at that point it's going to be blocked by my house anyway, so I wouldn't be able to see it from over here. But the sun would be rising, so that would make it impossible to see as well. But going back into real time, it's going to start getting obscured by other things blocking it. Right now, I'd say it's in a pretty okay place. But I think I wish I had the outdoor camera working because, which reminds me, we need to check something out. Alright, okay, so let's see here. YCC365 surveillance camera power supply. I need a new power supply because mine got wet. And assuming, oh, that's an interesting option. Is that? No, that's not an option because I need an Ethernet port. Wait. That could work. Oh, well, number one, I misspelled it. See, that's the camera I got. And it was like the cheapest pan tilt zoom camera you could buy. So cheap, look at that. I mean, that's a great price. I paid about like roughly a similar price. And I might even buy another one. I might say screw it, I'll buy another one. But I didn't use the Wi-Fi, but it was nice that it had Wi-Fi built into it. I, in fact, misplaced the antenna, but I had no intent of really running it on Wi-Fi anyway. I did do a brief initial setup on Wi-Fi just to see that working, but I hooked it up by Ethernet. I don't think the lens is this intricate, but it did look like I had a pretty decently intricate lens on it when I was looking at it. It's got a super bright LED light built into it. And it came with this power box here. There we go. I'm glad I'm seeing it. So one side has the AC power connection going in. And out the other side is direct current. So what I should do is find out... Okay, 12 volts, 2 amps. I have a solution. I believe there is a way to piggyback this off of power over Ethernet. I'll have to run it by a friend, or I could look it up, but he told me about a cool trick where, you know, if you have power over Ethernet, you could essentially split off the line and use it to power something without shorting out the Ethernet adapter, supposedly. But this power adapter was the weirdest AC adapter because it wasn't sealed. You could open it up very easily. It's got this little hangy thing, and if you hang it up with the right side facing up, water does not get into it. Am I on the screen here? Oh yeah, here I am. But let me turn on the box again because good. So I could be expressive. I could be Italian. Hey, yo, whoa. Okay. But yeah, I need to get possibly, or I don't mind buying a 12 volt 2 amp power supply. Like, I would totally do that right now if that's all that it took. And that's if this is even a DJI camera. I don't even know if that's what the name of this is. But $10 power adapter available on Amazon. Don't look at my account information, please. And I'm just going to add it to my cart. And I'll figure out the rest later. See, I tried using silicone caulk to caulk it. And it ended up not drying out. Water ended up getting inside the stupid thing. And something got fried. But it looks like there's a slightly generic power supply situation going on here. I'm going to add this to the cart too. And then I'll figure it out. Look at that. A multi-pack for $27.99. That's funny. Samsung. Not Samsung, Samsung. Not Samsung, not the microphone company. Samsung with a U-N, but no G. But yeah, great camera. I highly recommend it. Just make sure you have the power supply facing down so water doesn't get into it. I don't like the software it comes with, actually. I didn't like the software at all. Alright. So what other target can we look at? We're going to open up the Deep Sky catalog. And then we can even crank up the limited magnitude. We can say, don't show me targets that aren't above a certain brightness. Usually you would use this for visual astronomy. But for, I think, you know, astronomical imaging, it works too because you can use it to your advantage. You can basically say what target is easy to photograph. See, that would fit inside the imaging area of my camera, but I'm trying to strike a balance. I want something big. Unfortunately, most of the objects of the Milky Way spiral arm are hidden. We could go for an easy target like Arcturus, but there's really not much in this neighborhood. But it is a very bright star, if that's of any interest to anybody. Not too interesting. We have some galaxies. We're facing away from the middle of the galaxy. Oh, that is a pretty galaxy. Pinwheel. All right. And it's a 7.86 magnitude. You know, I'm about to just give up on this target. You know, I mean, I don't want to give up on this target yet. Because we got a lot of graininess. We got a lot of noise here. But we're seeing something. We're seeing something here. Now, will lowering the temperature on my image sensor get rid of that noise? We could try. Can it give us a negative 25? Well, let's do an experiment. Now, unfortunately, it's already exposed about halfway through. Okay, we'll put it in there. I hope this doesn't look like some kind of pyramid. You know, I don't want people to think that I'm some kind of illuminist. Alrighty. I gotta get up and do something real quick. But stay tuned. And you should watch Zanzoltan if you want to watch a live stream. Look at that. I look out for my peeps here. You mofo. Oh, we want to do... No. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so, you know what? Good. I've been sitting here for like about 2 minutes already. We got about 40 seconds left on the current exposure. What we want to know is if lowering the temperature to negative 25 causes us to get rid of these random speckles of noise. Hopefully it does, because then I'll keep the camera set to negative 25. Alright, 12 seconds. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, that's interesting. It looks like it might have worked. It's hard to tell, but I can almost swear that... How much lower can I bring the temperature? I'm afraid to bring the temperature lower. I feel like I'm going to cook this camera if I bring the temperature too low. We're going to do it. We're going to risk it. We're going to bring it to negative 30 degrees. How's about that? Hey Google, what is negative 30 degrees in Fahrenheit? Minus 22 degrees in freedom units, aka Fahrenheit. And so right now, the cooling unit is running at maximum power in order to accomplish this. The temperature is crawling down to negative 28 Celsius centigrade. Is that the same thing? But you can see it's struggling now. It's like negative 28.6, negative 28.7. I don't know if it'll get down there. I'm almost tempted to just say and tell the camera to just hold it at negative 28. Why force it to go, oh, it's working. Only thing is that as we try to force it to get to a lower temperature, the outside of the cooling unit will get hotter, and it'll be excessively harder exceedingly more difficult to reduce the temperature if it has heat on the outside. But it might work. I don't think I can get any greedier though. Like negative 35 might work. Usually these cooling units on the cameras, it's called a Peltier cooler or a Tech cooler. Tech meaning thermoelectric cooler. They can usually, you know, they're rated for like something like 20 degrees below delta T or 40 degrees below delta T, which basically just means at max power you can go below 20 degrees below or 40 degrees lower than the current temperature. If our current temperature is 48. Hey Google, what is the current temperature? Hey Google, what is the current temperature? 44 degrees. So, you know, we're going significantly lower than that. We're going like 60 degrees below delta T, basically. About, almost. But see, we're now at negative 31. And it's running at max power, 255. And my question is there going to be a point where this thing can lower the power? And it looks like it's going to struggle here. Because if it lets up on that electricity... Oh, but it's working. Look at that. We did get rid of some speckles here. So if it was definitely cold, like if this was like the dead of winter, you know, like ice cold outside, this would actually work. But for our purposes, we're going to strike a balance here. We're going to say, bring it to negative 28 so it can let up onto the juice a little bit. And look, we're taking multiple frames, so we can usually process out that noise. But we're about to get a little bit more ambitious. Okay, so we can see the polar alignment from my last stream, or from a few, when was it? Might have been a while ago. Well, it seems to be mostly successful because notice that it's sending corrective pulses in blue, but not red. Guide blue is guide east, red is guide north. So the red would be north south. The blue is east west. So what seems to be happening is the mount is moving slightly too quickly as it's going from east to west to follow the rotation of the earth. And so it's constantly taking corrective pulses saying, slow down, slow down, slow down. But is it enough? Well, the wind has slowed down, so we're good there. If I goose this up to 5 minutes, it's going to take twice as long for it to, you know, do whatever thinking, you know, whatever it's supposed to do. So we're going to do this. Before we bring it to a 5-minute exposure, we're going to bring it to like 900 seconds. Milliseconds. We're going to look for a random star, whatever star is visible, and it looks like not many stars are visible at 1 second. At 2 seconds, it still looks like not many stars are visible. At 4 seconds, we're looking at like a blank patch of sky here. And yet you see, oh, I forgot. We got to switch to our luminosity filter. Then we can see some stars. Now we can go to 100%. And as you can see, it's updating the image every second. Now we can open up the motorized focuser utility, and we can hopefully get rid of this fuzziness around the exterior of that star. Yep, it's tightening up that point of light. Oh yeah. One more. Now, way I see it, if I overshoot the mark a little bit, oh gosh, did not mean to open that one. No, it's okay. Let's not open that. I want to do pocket power box, because this utility here can keep track of the temperature. So we keep this up as an environmental readout. We'll disconnect the focus controller for now. See, I would love to have it self-correct. Uh-oh, I lost it. Where did it go? I guess I closed it. I would love to have it automatically correct for the temperature changes, but I was never really successful in setting up autofocus. There's no like cut and dry method. Like if you're using the stock mechanical focuser tube for X telescope, you must use the following settings. It's like you got to figure it out while under the stars, which is a huge pain in the ass. But anyway, we set the setting. We're at 300 we're gonna go to 300. Oh, please don't crash. Okay, good. I always worry this thing's gonna crash when I do that. Go back to 300 seconds. We'll keep it up at 3500 gain. This particular camera does an exceptional job at very high gain settings. It doesn't get particularly grainy, although, you know what, we're gonna drop it a little bit because it just occurred to me that I could probably help to fight some of that noisiness. Those speckly pixels you saw, we can get rid of some of them by dropping the gain a little bit, and frankly it wasn't that bad at high gain, but we don't need to be so aggressive, do we now? And I'll give this a name like F1, meaning it's the first time I adjusted the focus manually. The temperature info is also down here. We're in 11 megapixel mode because larger pixels can collect more photons. We're using the Dance Revolution buffer. That might mean double data rate, but it might mean Dance Revolution. You know, you never know. You know, it could be either one, right? And we're gonna tell the camera to start capturing, but you're not gonna see any images until the second image comes up. So with that, I'll open up my text file. I'll be right back, promise. Alright, I'll be right back. Taking my telephone with me. Oh, excuse me. I should put next. Let's see. We'll do the math here. 11:59. 7 minutes. Oh my god, it's 12:40. Dude, I gotta watch some cartoons before bed. I mean it. Go watch Zanzo10's stream if this bores you, because he's a cool dude and he just reached 100 subscribers, and you should go watch Zanzo10. There we go. Whoops. No, we don't need to save that. Okay. 7 more minutes, about 6 more minutes. We will have some imagery. Hey, can you hear my Nintendo? Hey, where's the audio from my Nintendo? I need to check something out. Where's my remote? I really gotta step away, but I want to just check some things here. It's been like 2 weeks since I last streamed. It's been 2 weeks since I last streamed, and I just wanted to iron out some kinks here. Sound check, sound check. Sound check. Okay, good. You can hear the audio. You know what? Before I go, I'm gonna just beat this level. Oh, come on. Oh, no. 97. Right, I'm gonna go right after this.
Oh no!
Man, I really gotta take care of some business real quick, but I can't help it. I gotta finish this out. What's this? Yeah, I should kill those guys, but I don't have time. Oh! Okay, I gotta take a break. I'm not thinking clearly because I gotta take care of something. Alright. I'll be back. Hasta la pasta, baby. That's Spanish for hasta la vista.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about because they're novel characters.
My God, that is... Oh, look at this. I had the wrong camera angle on the whole time. I'm sorry. That is what is supposed to be the cigar galaxy. But my God, it doesn't look like much here, does it? And I'm getting some of these oblong stars. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, look at that. What happened here? Something went wrong here. Something went very wrong while I was away. And like this thing is like, oh yeah, everything's fine. It's like Baghdad or Johnny. Whatever his name is, Baghdad Mike. Everything's alright here. Nothing to see here. Our numbers are good. And yet, that happened. Like, what the hell? Oh, you know what? To be fair, that is a 5-minute exposure. But I think we're going to pick a new target. We're going to pick a new target. And we're going to pray that... Okay, so... It's going to have to rotate east and adjust the declination a wee bit. Ah, shit.
No, because watching anything with people with like minds is always better. It just is a more enjoyable environment. Especially because I will make the same jokes and I'll be like, I need to make this joke.
Okay, we're good.
one of the funniest part that I ever seen in my life in Star Wars show, whatever, was the scene when the Ewok is attacking, Boba Fett. I don't know if you watched, probably you watched Boba Fett, and I can't remember the name of the assassin that she grabs a rifle and she throws a knife out of the rifle. I started laughing my ass off. This is saying like, why did you grab a rifle and you have a knife?
I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, look at how badass she is. She don't even need to use a gun.
But you have a gun, why would you use a knife?
She didn't need it. She didn't need it. And why, where's the ammo?
Yes, she didn't. No.
That's a
Yes,
Star Wars joke.
No. Yes, she didn't because that monster didn't die. She just paralyzed it for 2 seconds and then he started charging once again, trying to grab off it. So she should have used the rifle.
I get it. But that's one of those things everybody goes, why'd she do that? And I was like, ooh, she's a badass. Look at that. She got shit everywhere. That's
why does he make it?
Like, don't get too close to her. You don't know what she's gonna pull out of her stocking.
Dude, she's a badass. She didn't do her job because she had to stop from the evil from kill Boba Fett, and she didn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you probably haven't watched it. Did you watch the Suicide Squad movie?
Yeah, the new one, yes.
And that point when is it? No, I can't. It's not dead. Is it Deadshot? No.
I can't remember the names.
But Idris Elba's character and John Cena's character are going through the village, and they're like trying to out-kill each other. And everybody, a lot of people hate that scene. And I'm like, that's hilarious. That's why I watch a movie. Come on. It's a superhero movie. It can't
because they start killing everyone, right?
When it becomes too serious, you start criticizing it in ways you shouldn't be criticizing a comic book movie. Like the new Batman. People are like, oh, he's too emo. It's like, that shouldn't even be a thing for Batman. You know? That shouldn't be a criticism. For the way he looks shouldn't be something we complain about in a Batman movie. Maybe a bad story, or the character wasn't big enough, or something. But it's just some of the stuff people criticize to me these days. It's like, oh, you are really nitpicky. It's like,
my biggest problem with the new Batman was he took so much time to do something. It was like, dude, that's not my only problem. I was like, dude, you don't need to become Kirk to actually act like Batman.
The new Batman, I would tell somebody, I'd be like, okay, it's a Batman like we've never seen.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, from what I know of Batman movies, the Batman movies we've seen play up Batman as the action hero. They never really go in depth on how he figures stuff out. So this, to me, is the first kind of real Batman.
All right, we're doing. Oh, come on!
We get to see how
This is bullshit.
without action, how smart he is.
See, that is what the Cigar Galaxy was supposed to look like, but we gave up on it. I gave up on it because it wasn't looking this good.
I will always say, and to me, the best Batman ever that I've ever seen in the master Batman. That's the greatest Batman I've ever seen. The stuff.
That is disappointing. See, I could work with this. This I could have worked with.
Why? Because they should get as it should be. He starts to go around it with one person. His own other parts great. He starts to cry because he says,
Yeah, I could have worked with that. I would have been more than happy to keep my telescope trained on this target had I known that it looked this good. We took, what, 2 or 3 5-minute exposures in a row? And it did not look like that. And then on the last exposure, before I removed my telescope and aimed it somewhere else, it looks like this. You gotta be freaking kidding me! Like I'm this close to going back onto that target, praying that the haziness of the sky is gone.
Other superhero. He had a quotation split with Flash, Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and then that's
Oh well, we're gonna have a new picture on screen.
I don't understand this. How
Oh, I gotta blow my
you said Norman.
eyes. Oh, tired. Okay, let's let that run. All right. Oh, come on. I was just yawning here. No, 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 no. Can we hit these? Oh, we're gonna have to run. Yeah, there's like a little bit of latency here. Oh, come on. I was hoping it would bounce off of that. I liked it. I liked it. So I'm gonna give it a likey like. Let's check the statistics. We had one view for a very short period of time. Around 12:05. Oh, I love these. Oh, come on. My fault, but I love this. I just love it. It looks like Mario 3 for regular Nintendo. I enjoy these. Oh, that's a little tricky one right there. See, what's happening is you're jumping on top of the bottom cloud. And the running start screws you all up. And I'm surprised they got the Goomba. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I'm supposed to be busting my butt here, but now this guy's gonna be a pain in the ass. Now, only issue is some of these levels are not historically accurate. Oh, come on. I did not. I wanted to see what's inside those bricks. I'm staying inside here. Oh, whoa. What the heck is that? Oh, wait. That might have been an opportunity for me to hit those bricks. Uh-oh. Okay, okay, it was like an easy one. I don't know if I want to give every level a like, but I'm gonna give it a like anyway because it wasn't terrible. I don't know how this guy got it done in 12 seconds unless he didn't take the vehicle. Oh, Super Mario 1. I like these a lot too. Yeah. A. You can't go down the slide here. I can't wait to watch this during review. I want to see if there's any lag here, because the video playback is pretty smooth, but it's smoother on my TV than it is over here. Over here it gets like a little choppy once in a while, and I'm not sure why OBS's preview would get choppy. I mean, I could totally bypass it, but once again, I want to be able to switch rapidly. What the hell is that? Why is there skeletons on here? Okay, okay, I see I could have gone and picked the green one. So tired. I got up this morning real early to watch Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Alright, let's see if we got an update on the astronomical imaging. No update yet. Wait a second, my mistake. Wait, no. It's interesting. It's interesting. We got about... Okay. Got about 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6. This is this is for two reasons. One, no, we're running the guiding. That is fine. This is from the telescope slewing and aiming. There might be a galaxy here, but it's hard to tell. Okay, we're gonna do a little image analysis via plate solving. We're gonna see if this application can identify where in the sky I was pointing, and if it could issue a corrective update to the mount.
the same.
while we wait for that to happen.
Yeah, but it can happen sometimes, but I can understand it because this is different.
We're gonna do something insane.
He's like 28, I think. Like, this old guy. Yeah, around 28 years old. So it makes sense that he's kind of like that, but not the same as they will come back and will be more angry or aggressive or whatever. And I was like, no, I still like it. It's a really great rendition of Spider-Man because it makes so much sense to make it like that. Even yes. No, I mean the game. The new ones comics. I tried the new one, but the new comics, and I was like, yeah, this is not good.
Actually, I stopped reading the comics in the 90s, in the late 90s, because
In 2000, I stopped.
a lot of the story stuff that the writers
Yeah.
wrote, I was like, wow, this story's not, like, I don't care. I felt like I was buying month to month just because I was keeping up. It's like, I wasn't compelled like I used to be. And then some other
Okay, good. I got little star power. Whew. That is brutal. Okay, now it's going to give us an opportunity to synchronize the mount. So we're going to pause this. We're going to go back to our main. And before I synchronize the mount, we're going to tell it to stop auto guiding. We're going to disconnect the mount because I don't really know if it's a good idea to have the auto guiding running at the same time as plate solving. And oh, come on, man. How could it synchronize the mount? It wasn't even connected. Well, Stellarium still says it's aiming here. Okay, good. We're going to say near plate solve. Hit OK. Confirm sync mount. Synchronization done, supposedly. And hopefully we are roughly on target. Now we're gonna fire up the auto guiding. Hey, what's up? Yeah, man, I'm kind of just playing Nintendo and doing the astronomy because if I go and I sit down to watch TV, I'm not gonna get back up to do this. So I figure if I play Nintendo, I'll keep at it just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. What's up, Nerdporeal Lifeform? It's good to see you. That was an interesting stream. I didn't watch it too closely because I figure I should probably see the movie and not be spoiled by it. But I did. I am gonna start watching the Vikings. I'll look at that one view, concurrent view. Wait, do we have one viewer now, or did we have one viewer? Oh yeah, okay, we got 2 total views. I don't know if anyone's watching it right now, but that's okay. I'm glad you tuned in. So, let's see here. We just recentered the mount on a target. Hopefully, we're looking at the target. I'm not really sure here. It says Pinwheel Galaxy, but I don't trust the software. I hate having to be patient and waiting for this, but it comes with the territory. I mean, I wish I could see even a hint. even a hint of a pinwheel galaxy. It looks like a skid mark. That is the skid mark galaxy, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go zoom out. We're gonna tell OBS to give us a point.
There's a different kind of community there because they don't talk to you. Mostly just want to play the game or show you. That's the reality of this. And it's funny because I will see like, and I don't mind to be like on I don't mind on that. But I will see a friend of mine that actually opened their channel just to things and she got like 1,000. And I was like, okay, I took my 1 year kid 1.5 and I started to realize that sometimes it's not, but sometimes it's just like the platform works like that. And I was like, okay,
but yeah, I gotta adjust my screens here because half the time I don't even know somebody's talking to me on the chat. And I do have like a little window, you know, from OBS that tells me somebody's looking. Oh, did it update already? I gotta check the main view here again. Yeah, I don't see nothing here. Oh wait, no, it didn't update yet. We're still on the same frame. So what we're doing here is we're gonna tell. We're gonna keep a little counter up here. And this counter will tell me when I can go back and check for an updated frame. Until then, let's get my ass kicked. Oh, come on, get out of my way, get out of my way, get out of my way, yours is. I'm not even gonna try to get ambitious and get the top of that flagpole. Not even gonna try. Yeah, it's funny, I'm actually listening to Zanzotan right now. I'm not gonna dislike it, but I'm not gonna give that a like. Oh, it finished, and it's a Super Mario level. I love these. Alrighty, let's see what I can see here. So, that's from me recentering the target. Did I activate auto guiding? Ah, shit. My mistake. I forgot to activate auto guiding, so now I gotta activate auto guiding. Oh god. What's happening? Why is it acting like that? Something's wrong. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. I might have to go outside. I think I have to go outside and check this. Gotta go outside and check. Alright, before I go outside, let's gamble. We're in a gambling mood here. So I think a USB cable. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the levels on your YouTube membership, Mr. Nerdporvial Lifeform, or aka Brian. But yeah, I can't wait to see that. I'm actually very, very curious about that. Well, I was curious from the day you mentioned it, you know, but definitely curious now. Now, right now, I'm also curious as to why. See, the stars are kind of drifting down here, and I'm not sure why. But what's interesting here is it looks like the stupid thing is moving. I don't know if that's because of the I think the plate solving caused the glitch here. Yeah, this happened to me before. Okay, so let's see. Before I go outside, I'm gonna check if I can avoid that, because I really don't want to go outside if I don't have to. So we're gonna disconnect the mount and reconnect it, and then see what happens, and pray that I don't have to go outside, and pray that a USB cable did not get snagged, because that can happen, and it totally sucks. Alright, so disconnect mount. Then we're gonna turn off the mount connection over here. Then we're gonna reconnect. And we're going to open the star map back up, and then I can go back to messages. According to Star Trek Picard, the Borg assimilated millions of species, all because the Borg Queen was lonely. Why are you telling me jokes here, bro? I mean, there was a time where it would upset me to talk about the state of affairs with Star Trek Picard, but I basically declared I was no longer interested in that show. I stopped watching. I gave the first season a chance, and I was like, you know, I was like trying to be, you know, positive about it. You know, I was trying to stay positive, trying to keep a positive mindset about Star Trek Picard, and then it was that stupid final battle where they literally copied and pasted Riker's fleet. Riker shows up, he comes up aboard some ship. I don't even know if it was his ship, you know, I think it was, but Riker shows up and all of the ships are identical. It's like if I had 3D models of Omega class destroyer. Oh no, it wouldn't. These are better. No, okay. I don't have an example here. I would do a better job, and I'm a procrastinator. Because she's a Borg. Because she's a she-Borg. But that's my theory. Maybe it's because she's a female Borg. No, but I mean, like, they're trying to go down some darker trail here, right? And I get it. Like, okay, you know, the planet Romulus was destroyed because of the stupid JJ movies, and as a result, you got refugees because the Romulan Star Empire apparently did not have control over dozens of other planets that they could have fell back upon as colonies or something like that. And so somehow Starfleet is stuck with this refugee crisis, and everything turns to crap. And then apparently they go back in time for an entire season. And I believe Loki, I don't know, you know, I didn't watch the show, so I don't know. I didn't watch Star Trek Picard, but Loki was saying on his Mornings of Mischief show that they wrote the season before the election, and they were sort of writing the season under the impression that the other president would have still been president, you know, that the incumbent would have won the election. And unfortunately for the writers, the current guy won the election, so they're still trying to do the whole "this is Trump's America," I guess, but that's another story. That's another aspect about the time travel, and I don't know, like, I mean, like, I hear little hints. I mean, you're telling me about this show, you're telling me that the Borg assimilated millions of species because the Queen was lonely. Starfleet wouldn't accept 7 after Voyager, according to this show, because she's a Borg. and they decided to be discriminatory, even though at the end of Voyager, we still had the utopian Starfleet that we know and love, the good type of utopian, not the commie utopia. And if anything, 7 of 9 should have been given a pat on the back, and she, by all rights, would have been given a pat on the back, because she freaking saved that ship. I mean, she gave them Borg technology. She put the regenerative shielding on the ship, or regenerative armor, whatever it's called. She did other stuff. She helped them get into the transwarp conduits. She helped them destroy the transwarp conduits. She assisted the Doctor in some way to make those nanoprobes that killed the Queen. You know, remember Janeway injects herself and then the Queen assimilates and she's like, ha ha ha. Is it something you assimilated? I'm not even going to try to do Janeway's voice. And then, fast forward, you got JJ verse. Enterprise was good. Enterprise, I liked it. Even though I can actually do some nitpicking on Enterprise, overall, I was satisfied. But, yeah, I'm not satisfied with this Picard show. I mean, like, just the fact that before Picard came out, they said that this would take place in the Prime timeline. And then, really what they meant was, we're hereby declaring that whatever J.J. Abrams did is henceforth considered a Prime timeline. But, come on, like, when you tell Trekkies, like, real hardcore Trekkies, or, you know, past life Trekkies, that something is Prime timeline or Prime timeline universe content, I think whoever is making that declaration knows damn well what I thought they were saying. And so I was already hitting the ground running in disappointment when I came to the realization that, you know, the JJ verse changes were retained. This is not considered Prime timeline in my book. But very amusing. I've seen some video clips. A guy posted video clips from Star Trek Picard and like made references in one of them. 7 of 9 and Raffi are walking around and they see like on, you know, 21st century Earth, they see a bunch of busted open car hoods with smoking car batteries, and they take a tricorder out and 7's like nee, 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 and she draws the conclusion that something, a Borg drone, was going around and sucking up the lithium from the car batteries in order to make rudimentary nanoprobes. And it was just like, and there was something else, like just today, the same guy posted a clip where Picard is talking to his dad in the episode of TNG when Q, I think, resurrects him or whatever, you know, like Picard, I think, had a heart attack, and he's standing in that white infinite space in the Borg continuum or wherever Q took him, and he's speaking to his dad, and his dad's like a bald Frenchman saying, "I am disappointed in you." And then on Star Trek Picard, his dad was like, "I died younger and I never lost my hair." And it's like, but he did lose his hair. His dad was bald on Next Generation, but now he's not bald. And I don't know, I mean, I could just nitpick or complain about the show, but bottom line is, like, I gave up watching Final Battle Season 1. They copied and pasted the same ship, and it's like, come on, they're not even using actual models. They don't even have to do motion capture. They had CGI models, okay? Pay some people in some third world country if you must, and make more models. If you need new CGI models, new high definition models, get it done. But don't take one class of ship and copy and paste it 10 times and be like, this is our epic scene. Plus, the logistics of that scene was just weird. Like, Riker shows up with a dozen ships. By showing force, they are able to, you know, scare the enemy or scare the bad guy or whatever, the Romulan guy. And then when everything was resolved, he just leaves. And it's like, how about, are you guys okay? Maybe we should stick around. Since we mobilized a whole fleet of ships, maybe we should stick around a little while just for good measure, and then we'll go back home, and then we'll send back half the fleet. We'll leave one ship behind. We'll leave 2 ships behind. Like, you know, unless Starfleet is so stretched so thin, but I don't know. Just none of it makes sense. As for the conclusion of Voyager, there was a series of books written. It was something like called Full Circle, something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, it was called Full Circle. I don't believe there's an audio book available. You know, I mean, I find audiobooks very convenient, but I don't need to see this right now. Basically, they go back to the Delta Quadrant with like a fleet of ships to, you know, study it or something like that. Set after the end of the television series published by Pocket Books, it was first released in 2009. The novel brings the events of post-finale Voyager novels up to and beyond Star Trek Destiny, resolving plot lines from the end of the previous enemy of my enemy, blah blah blah, dealing with the aftermath of Pocket TNG novel, blah blah blah, before Design. Okay, so somewhere in here, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Voyager is dispatched on an urgent mission to the planet Karovi. Captain Chakotay and his first officer, Commander Tom Paris, must choose between their orders and saving the lives of their dearest friend, B'Elanna Torres. Oh, 2 people who are dear to them, B'Elanna and her daughter, Miral. Both are missing in the wake of a brutal attack on the Klingon world of Boris. With the aid of the former captain, Admiral Janeway, as well as many old friends and new allies, Voyager's crew must unravel the ancient mystery, blah blah blah. Okay, this doesn't say anything about going back to the Delta Quadrant. Oh, here we are. Wait. As Voyager is drawn into a desperate struggle to prevent the annihilation of the Federation, lives are shattered and bonds that were forged into the Delta Quadrant are challenged in ways. Okay, so, I don't know. I thought they go back to the Delta Quadrant. Maybe that's book 2. But I was told to check it out. Anyway, getting back to this, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. So, okay. I want to tell the mount to re-aim at the target. So we go back to the star map. We want Whirlpool Galaxy. We're going to press Control 1. It's moving. Very good. That's what it was supposed to do. Hopefully when it synchronized the mount, it actually updated the star point stats into the application. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with this again right now. I am very reluctant to do 5-minute exposures, so we're going to switch to a red filter. We're going to crank it down. We're going to crank down our gain number a little bit. And we're going to do 5 seconds. Why not? Alright, that's a 5-second exposure. Nothing to see here. Move along, move along. Let's stop exposing here for a minute.
back in the day was like a new version of the character. Right.
They do. That's the only thing that I think really
Yeah, so I tried using automatic alignment using a plate solving utility. And what this program is supposed to do is give you like a, you know, a map or whatever. You take a picture, it calculates the alignment or whatever. It uses existing star maps to compute where any given object is. And you can use this when you can't see what you're looking at to find stuff to aim at. And if you had a higher magnification telescope, you could say, okay, good, I want to aim at this galaxy. And then if you're off target, you could get it to help you automatically center it. And of course, on a higher magnification telescope, this little splotch would look larger. Problem is, when I use plate solving, like in the form of this application, things get weird. It can basically assist me in pointing my telescope correctly, but then it causes malfunctions.
There's so many of them.
Because that's the thing. You know what's the problem was? As I said before, the franchises that they were doing the correction that happened. All that high correction that happened here. They were known for some time. They were trying to upload from one to another line. They were trying to push the other to not make any kind of.
Whoops.
For example, Sony had Spider-Man for years and they wanted to solve the problem. And perhaps they had a great idea because they wanted to set it up. The first one on how it was. The second one far away from it was. And this third one was.
So we'll see if we're aiming in the correct neighborhood. But thank you, Nerdporeal Lifeform, for sharing some stuff about Star Trek Picard and setting off a minor rant on my part.
But that's it for this mission. That's it for the new one that actually have the black guy and it was called for Tasty. I don't know.
And go check out Zanzotan's stream if you want to jump in on some deep conversation. He's having a pretty interesting conversation, even though I'm not super into comic books, but they talked a little bit about the new Batman. Oh, I can see something here. What is this? Yes, that is it. That is it. That is it. Okay, good. We are making progress. Just like a progressive Borg, I am making progress. And what we want to do is we want to take this object, we want to bring it here. How can I do this here? I want to take what's here and bring it up here. So I would technically want to go up here and over here. So I'm keeping my finger on my screen because I'm trying to basically take any star that I can see and use it. Whoops, I did not mean to open that. Alright, good, I got my finger on the screen, which means I'm going to leave a big juicy fingerprint on it, but that's okay. We're going to start with moving west.
because this was on the big weekend because I remember this personality I used to wait for long. And I would go to the cinema. Those were the only movies that I was going to see since 2008. Oh, wait, I think of 2009 because I
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. All right. Engage scanning for stars.
and that was the first one.
Then we're gonna engage auto guiding.
I saw it because I saw it in live from America. But I saw it in English. Yeah.
And then we're gonna give a clever name to the and we're gonna tell this software to start blasting off exposures so I can use it for plate solving. Right, 18 seconds. And I tell you the truth, I want to wind down, watch Legend of the Legend of the Galactic Heroes, and I was gonna watch some Babylon 5, but I'm kind of running out of time now. Especially I get up early sometimes, you know, to watch Loki's morning show, despite the fact that it makes me a little sleepy during the day. But you know, I take a little nap if I got time. Alright, so we need to move this star target up here. So we're going to lower the exposure value again. Open up the targeting utility. And we're going to go north. Alright, hopefully that will suffice. So now we're going to do a 20-second exposure. Because, yeah, at this point, like, I probably am just going to wind down, watch some anime, maybe watch Babylon 5, maybe, but mainly watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes and let this blast off some photographs automatically. Okay, good. We're gonna get a exposure in about 3 seconds, 4 seconds. It should have done it by now. Okay, good. Good, we have it. We got the 2 galaxies here. They're not huge, but we can do stuff now. We can say, give me a 60-second. And I mean, I might just start watching Legend of the Galactic Heroes right now, but I gotta read subtitles, and I'm better off watching Babylon 5. Keep playing video games for now. Okay, I got 300 seconds in this level to accumulate coins. Good news is I'm off from work on Sunday, so I may be able to stream again on a unusually planned day. See, normally I can't be too active in the streaming communities on Saturday night. I gotta find out what time my mom's cousin is having his party. Well, his daughter is having the party. I mean, it's a dinner for his retirement. I don't even know if he knows about it. Okay, why am I... Is it really worth getting those 3 coins? Oh. What is this? What does that do? Wait, oh, we gotta get 136 coins. Oh, there's a little arrow. Alright, we got the two objects in the middle here. I can see the spiraliness of it. Oh yeah. I can see the spirally arms of this galaxy. So we're gonna go. Let it update. It's not really much right now. But you can see a hint of the spiraliness of those galaxies. You know what I should do is... And I didn't do it today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't need to be streaming to do the adjustments, but I do eventually need to record another video guide. Well, I need to upload one, and I need to edit one. I need to edit and upload one, although it's mostly edited. I do want to give it a good once-over. But we can actually play Nintendo in this corner here. And we can wait for the... Whoops. Yeah, I put a little diagonal line here so we can see the objects that we're looking for. We're looking for a spiral over here. And I'm going to play Nintendo in the corner while we wait for that to update, which might take another 4 minutes. I don't know how you get to the top of that flagpole. Yeah, it's gonna take about 2 minutes and a half. Oh, wait. About a minute and 10 seconds, actually. About a minute and 10 seconds, we will see this update. Is my camera 2 working? Oh good, we can see the gamepad. Oh. I don't know if this is a good idea.
It was something they tried to fix over and over, and they couldn't fix it all. Because they already said they struck the script and rewrote it from nothing. So they're trying to fix the problems. Look at what we
Oh, I was looking at too many screens. I was looking at too many screens at once. So, okay, look at that spiral here. Did it update? It's a little more visible, but it's still kind of faint. As we progressively increase the exposure time, this will be more and more difficult to see. Or, we're gonna get more of the washed out background here. Auto guiding is working. I'd really like to chew on this target. I would like to really get something out of this one tonight. Maybe we could strike a compromise. Maybe I could do a 360-second exposure, but for every time I change the setting, I gotta wait a little bit longer.
They're too cautious to learn word, but they're not really enough for Tatooine. They're not believable. It's like, you can't make me believe you have anything nice in this shithole.
Not only that, it actually, that's the funny part about this is that they actually said that they were speak and they, you can have you have a mobile.
Oh God. The software wasn't taking any, storing any pictures. Ugh, what a waste.
I'll tell you right now, as silly as this sounds, if Boba Fett walks up on those and crew when they're cleaning their bikes, right? And you actually
We're gonna do it. We're gonna take our chances.
spit into a rag and shine a fender, I would believe that more. That would give me so much more than just pour like some grease smeared on their face. And how the hell
I feel like I'm taking a gamble here.
I'm from California. I was raised, I grew up in the 90s. I understand 110 issues. But they're cleaning. There's no way somebody on Tatooine is going to have white clothing.
Right now, and I know for a fact that here there's they're everywhere. And we actually have some white tennis there. She gets it.
She's like, yeah, it does.
Mario number one. Woo.
And you say like Homer Simpson when you say like let's go from this we have that fight shot.
No, I don't want to.
I have to put it up this 446. No, this is not super late. Right. For a fact that
It's, let me think. It's, is it 3 a.m. for you?
yes, right. That's not a problem because I'm working right now, and that's a problem. I don't know if they can do it. I can get a call any sooner. Oh, and the Chevrolet. Yeah, because
Okay.
so that's why
Pay attention to what you just said.
okay, no. I'm not gonna explain it to you. time, that's like, oh, we'll have no help. And as I said, I work as an IT company, so I'm an IT guy. So for emergency, I have to actually like listen to what the emergency is. But from Monday to Thursday, I don't get a lot of calls. Perhaps one, give or take. So today's been a nice one. So I had
similar kind of on-call job. It's like, I'm waiting for a job, so as soon as I get one, then I'll go do it.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted to do it. I don't mind if it's like, oh, like I've been listening to you guys on the thing. You guys are interested in conversation.
That's what I wanted to mention to you too, because we were talking about it, how a lot of people, because we were talking about art. And what I wanted to mention, first of all, about streaming is streaming, because it is about talking, is an art form. Knowing what to talk about and not overextending the conversation.
I don't know if you can hear my microphone here.
Same things over. How many conversations have you heard from people and they keep saying, or they'll be like, and like,
That is
Zanzotan
stream. You could tune into Zanzotan. It will be a stream which will end very soon, but I've been watching this the entire time.
Nothing to say. So all I mean is, when you were saying about art, like drawing and practicing, the same thing with talking. When you stream, listen to your streams. Listen to how you talk, because you will listen to yourself and you will find out. And I'm not just saying to you, I'm saying to everybody.
Yeah, but I know my catchphrase, so don't worry, I know my catchphrase.
But to learn what you do, you're like, oh, I'm saying this too much, or maybe I'm babbling, or maybe I'm saying or if you listen to yourself, you will change, you will figure out what you need to do. So experience everything. Listen to as much as you can, as far as what people want on their YouTube channels. Be yourself. Your personality, anybody's personality, is what is going to get you people drawn to you. Is what is going to get you subscribers.
I just know for a fact that
what need to know is, if you're not getting a lot of subscribers, you may not have a personality a lot of people want to hear. And that's all I mean. Some people are going on, I don't know why I'm not getting subscribers. And it's like, well, maybe you need to change something. That's all I mean. Listen to everything, experience everything, soak it in, adapt, evolve, change. And what you were saying with the art thing, like the drawing. I do draw, and I'm like, no, Moz, also, I used to draw a lot. And I haven't drawn for many years. But it wasn't about how different your drawing was from somebody else, or how much better or worse it was. Because I drew my whole life. So I would have other students in the class, they would go, "Guy, you're so much better than I am." And it's like, it's not about what I am to you. It's like, you need to see how much progress you make in a month, or a week, or a year, or at the end of the class. Because to me, those were the students. I wasn't making as much. I knew how to draw, and I knew what I was doing as far as I thought. But I would see so much more progress in their work.
The fuck, dude? I want to get that from the top.
And they would continually bag on themselves and put themselves down.
Alright,
It's like, no,
I
you don't
believe in
understand
about
what I'm seeing. You just
10
look at
seconds
it like
we might
it's not
actually
perfect.
see an
And
update.
it's like,
20
it doesn't have
seconds
to be
here.
perfect.
About
And
15
art
seconds.
does not teach you your style. It teaches
that's-
you how to do stuff. It doesn't teach you how you draw. really good.
Okay, this is what I say when everybody is teaching or learning art. Is they give you the tools, you're the one that uses.
Yes.
So you actually can use it however and whatever you want, in whatever you want. Because
Oh, it's about a minute and 20 seconds left.
like oil in some kind of ways. And I've seen such great art that even made from your own mind, like, I've seen people making like a great bunny for almost 5 years. They say that bunnies only live for 3 or 3.5. My bunny actually lived for 5 years. And that's the funny part about this. This little bunny, one day we were actually like resting in the middle of after like a barbecue. He just went like in the middle of the barbecue to, let's just say, to rest. And as he went to rest, we actually put like a little bit of black eyeglasses. And I cannot put it on like the full screen right here. There we go. Oh, full screen. I'll see if I can watch it.
Yeah, I mean, you and me will have to get together and practice our streams and learn our talents.
Yes. But, oh no, I cannot put it on full screen because it shows in the first screen. God damn it, I'm trying to share it if I can. I will see if they actually show like in the screen version. Let's just close this just in case. And this one. Just 1 second. As I was saying, she did it like in 10 minutes. And that's a great thing because I don't know if you can actually see it right now. How you see it? This? No, there we go.
It's on screen.
Yeah, that's the problem. I cannot show you completely because it doesn't open it completely. Because if I do a double,
somebody draw that for you?
yes, in 10 minutes because I told her the story, and she said like I want to draw it for because I love your story because I told her everything about this.
That's gonna make me mad. That's gonna make me mad because it makes me. That picture is like, oh, these are those people that draw with their computer.
Yes.
See, and that's a new thing. It's like, wow, I see these pictures, and people are like, oh, I drew this in like 15 minutes, and I look at it, and I'm like, that's very obvious, a computer program. And it's like, I go, you know what? Screw you for making me mad that I could do something better in 30 hours. It like takes so long to create something like that, you know? And it's just when you get on the computer, it inspires you so immediate. You're like, oh, I can do this and do this shading and do this blocking. But I'll tell you, it is great to be able to create that stuff with tools. To be able to create that stuff spontaneously. It's an amazing feeling because I still look at pictures that I pencil drew when I was in my 20s, and I still don't have any idea how I did that. I can't believe that came from my hand.
It happens, dude. I was rereading some days my own story. I was like, I wrote this, and when I was 18, what the hell did I was thinking of? And sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes it doesn't make sense, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense, but why did I write this? And I don't know, sometimes it could happen, but you don't realize it because as you're doing it, you just realize you're just doing it. And then and it's like the same with these things.
Those are the things that I encourage people when people say they don't, well, I don't know how to make my stream, or I don't know, because it's an art form. You do it the way you want to do it, and you build it the way you are comfortable in your style. But
oh yeah, it's gonna take about. I keep getting the time estimates wrong. It's like they're gonna be another 3 minutes.
You know, you may not only,
2 minutes?
you may
Something like
only
that. I don't know. Now I'm confused here.
500 people. It may stop there. And that's where people have to understand that maybe they can't make a product everybody wants. If they want to keep doing it, fine. Do it for yourself and do it for the people that are enticed by you. But you can't. People are like, oh, I want to be like this person, I want to have this many, and I want to do this, and it's like, but those aren't realistic goals for everybody.
Yeah.
Your mother is a
Well,
whore.
like I said, sometimes it's funny because some people have talent like that. I don't have that talent. I don't have it also. And when I see things like this, that it came from her own imagination, I was like,
And you know, I'm gonna make a silly reference. This is why, like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they started off almost on the same career path, right?
Yeah.
Ben Affleck gets a lot of really big roles in different types of movies. And Matt Damon gets made fun of in a South Park movie where he says,
That's great.
you know, it's that kind of thing, you know. You can have it or you don't. It doesn't matter how much charisma, talent, or money, or anything you have. If people like you, they like you.
Yeah. But the funny part about that story is that the creators of South Park, they say that when they make the doll, they actually look like that, so they started making that joke. What if it's just a guy that says...
Yeah, they didn't know. They're like, well, what can we have him say? And they're like, I don't know. Why don't we just have him say his name? And it became like a joke within a joke.
Yeah.
And even Matt Damon, I've seen him talk, he's like, I think it's kind of funny that all I can say is my name.
Oh, I didn't get one up.
And see,
Alright, I'm very confused here because I ran a 5-minute exposure.
People don't take themselves so seriously, you know. Nobody ever
Pretty sure I
tried
ran
to
3 5-minute
slap
exposures
Ricky
here.
Gervais across the face,
And I don't
he's
really see any
done
difference.
Plenty of award ceremonies, and he's
Yeah.
ripped people 10 times harder.
But you know what's the difference between one and the other? The difference is that I think Will Smith wasn't in the front row that day.
Yeah, it's a stress level. And he's got his own things and stuff. But I was watching one of these Ricky Gervais award shows the other day.
This doesn't look
And there's a
correct.
table in the front circle, and it's like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, all these, you know, really well-known actors. And I was like, what the hell? Is that George Lucas sitting at their table front row? And he's laughing at every single joke.
That is interesting.
I know what this station is. I'm gonna get this.
The software just stopped taking pictures out of nowhere. That was a little weird.
I don't know. Perhaps if they want some kind of posting.
There's nobody in politics that would act the way she does, but she sure acts like she runs politics.
Okay, well, that worked. That actually worked. So we're gonna waste 10 minutes now to get something like this. I would have not have minded, but there was a malfunction in the software, and it didn't do this correctly. But if I can get this and just cycle between each filter, I would be quite fine with this.
It's like that. You actually see him record it between the ears. Because he doesn't record it from another person to that. So like,
Uh-oh. That's a very... Oh, I see what this guy did. Ah!
bro. He's like throwing a donut. He say, "Fuck this shit."
Oh yeah, Mario time!
That's a reality,
Probably gotta adjust my microphone a little bit and adjust my secondary camera. Because I want to be able to like see the I want to be able to see the gamepad without having a bad angle for the There we go. That's a little better. Two minutes, about a minute and a half, we'll have a good shot. After that, I might call the stream at night because, you know, I gotta be up early. Not too early, thank God. Like, being up at 7:45, 5 minutes to 8, sure as heck beats being up at 5 o'clock a.m. I gotta be up at 5 a.m., maybe 4:45 on a work day in order to be in on time. I sometimes pay a friend to be like Uber for me, but he like always, you know, I respect that he feels like he's not doing his job, that he's not earning his money if he doesn't get me to work on time. But I say, look, if I'm the asshole running late, that's on me, not him. Oh God, this is bad. So he goes and he tells me, be at the door, be ready, be on outside at 5:45. Like, bro, I gotta be at 7. Like, what do you mean be at the door outside at 5:45? It's a bit early. Oh God.
There's a saying here in Argentina they use it sometimes because it's like what's so good. I know it's the session is that always sometimes.
We have things like that here. It's an old saying, but this is kind of there's a term called you may or may not laugh at this, but there's a term called butterface.
No, I never heard of that.
What a butterface is someone you look at far away and you're like, oh wow, they're really good looking, but then they get closer and they're like, wow, they're really good looking, everything except butterface. So
I was just quoting
refer to them as a butterface.
Captain Kirk when he said "C'est la vie." At during Star Trek Generations, he says "C'est la vie" to Malcolm McDowell upon helping to get himself killed or something. In fact, I don't remember, when did he say "C'est la vie"? He says "C'est la vie" during the movie, but then he manages to get killed. I remember when Captain Kirk died in Star Trek Generations, I was ripped apart. I went downstairs to my mom, nearly on the verge of tears. I was like, why did Captain Kirk have to die? So I'm like, but he only had a little... Yeah, so I go to my mom. I'm like, why did Captain Kirk die? With a little bit of a teary tone in my voice. I go, he just had a little blood coming out of his mouth. I mean, what's the big deal? But more like, he just had a little blood coming out. How did he die? And then my mom briefly explained, oh, those are internal injuries. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's still fucking sad, but it makes sense.
Oh yes, that's
Let's go.
Alright, so 5-minute exposure. It takes 5 minutes to waste a shot and 5 more minutes to capture a shot, I believe. Yo, what the fuck? Do I have to disconnect the camera and reconnect it for it to work correctly? Maybe that is what it looks like.
Okay. This is, we have come to that place that we know YouTube, so if she ever looks at this channel, which is never gonna happen, she's gonna give me the good things, but I don't care. You know why? Because I've been doing this just to pass on long, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm really dead with that new stuff. I wanna be, because like I said, if I don't talk with, if I don't talk with somebody, honest to God, I start to get bored. And I've been on streams for over 12 hours with no one to talk in. Even if I was playing games.
I'm gonna cut you off just for a second. Only because I really want to say this. You, though, actually say stuff. I've watched some streams, and I'm like, come on, man, say something. Okay, come on, you guys got 9 people on the panel. Somebody say something. 5, 6, 7 seconds of dead air. I had television and radio class in high school, and that's a death sentence. Dead air, that's the only thing that I can tell streamers now is be prepared, be knowledgeable, know the names you're gonna say.
Alright, you know what? That was a pretty good shot. I should not have wasted the 10 minutes for that image exposure. I should have just let it run. That was a mistake.
That kind of bugs me, coming from my radio background. Because I would send people out to and be like, hey, this is your mission. Go over there. I don't care who you gotta talk to. A coach, another player, somebody's sister. Figure out how they pronounce their names. At least the starters. You know, and when I hear people talking about a stream and they're only talking about one or two people, and they won't even do the few minutes of research. As somebody who likes to
Alright, playing one more level and then I'm gonna go watch some anime. I would do a React stream, but I kinda got my first copyright strike from doing a React stream. You know how people, and I don't believe this applies to a specific race, but there's like a stereotype about a certain race of people when they watch movies in a movie theater being noisy. And once again, it definitely doesn't apply to a certain race because I am one of those people. I'm so guilty of it, like, I've watched movies with my friend and he goes, "You're like blank people in a movie theater." And I'm not... Oh good, okay, I thought it was stuck. So he says I'm like blank people from the movie theater, and I remember this one time a girl who I was not dating or screwing invited me to see a movie with her. I think she just wanted someone to go with her, and I constantly crack jokes during the movie. I'm like, that's gotta hurt. You know, it's like that Seinfeld episode where George Costanza's like, that's gotta hurt, and he gets everyone to laugh at the right time. But, like, in general, like, you know, I just like making jokes. When I was a kid, when I first saw Jurassic Park, my dad was cracking jokes. You know, there's a guy, he's taking a dump, dinosaur eats him. My dad's like, ah, juicy and tender. Something like that. Uh-oh.
Let's go.
It might, every time that anybody hears my name, they actually write it how it should be written. And I'm like, no, it's wrong.
And he was an Australian guy, and he always wore like light tan button-up shirt and shorts. Pardon?
I can understand you because I'm not Scottish enough or what, but I can understand the second word.
Oh, here. there used to be this guy. He died several years ago. But he went by the name Crocodile Hunter.
Crocodile Hunter, there we go. It kind of got cut off, I don't know why.
And he ended up dying doing what he did all the time.
Oh yeah,
But,
Steve Irwin, yes.
Yeah, Steve Irwin. And that's kind of what I was getting to the point is, like, he just... There was things in his country that were different than other countries. I can't remember... It was an American talk show.
Dude, you got disconnected and you just lost your icon, I don't know why.
Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So he was on a
this
talk
sucks.
show,
What a waste.
and they were talking about different words that you could say in different countries. And he was on an American talk show,
Yeah.
and it came up that, like, in Australia, you can't say the word fanny, because it literally means pussy. So,
I didn't know that.
and we didn't know that either, because here in America, we were like, go and smack somebody on the fanny, and it means their bottom.
Yes.
And so the guy's like, oh, so you couldn't go up to a girl, or you couldn't go up to somebody and say, oh, I'm gonna go smack her on the fanny. And he instantly, his whole face turns red. He throws his hand over his mouth. Like he's like, no, you could not say that at all. And it's like, and here in America, it's such, that fanny is a term children would use. Because you don't want to teach them butt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing that is really funny here in Argentina. Because if Drifter is right now here, he's gonna understand me. There's
Okay, I got
we
stuck
have a
for
kind
a
of
moment here. I'm gonna try one more
dulce de
time.
leche, which is sweet milk, it will be called, but it's not like that. It's something like a caramel, but it's really sweet. We use it in cakes and everything. We actually
We have that here too. It's the same term.
dulce de leche.
I've always looked at it like I'm like, it's not.
I'm not wasting any more lives on this level.
That's not because we use it for like it's almost like a caramel cream.
Yes, and it's great. And that's what I want to explain to you, because there's in Chile, Mexico, I can't remember. Let me look, because I don't want to.
I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, I'm
Because
ready.
This is good because this is one of those terms.
In about 4 seconds
to
to
me,
3 seconds, we're gonna see
I
this
took
picture
French in
taken on the
school, and
telescope.
De la leche looks
Alright.
like a French
Nothing.
term. But I'm like,
Kind
well,
of
it's
something. You know what? We'll let it
European.
be.
Spanish, it could be Portuguese, it could be any of those
Yo!
languages technically, because they all kind of look the
It
same.
didn't jump.
Well, this is the point that I'm trying to make. Here in Argentina, there's in Chile or Mexico, it is called dulce de cajeta. Which the funny part is that if you say cajeta here in Argentina, it's like saying pussy. So a lot of people say like a sweet cajeta, which it means sweet pussy. So that's the funny part. And a lot of people are like making, whenever you hear it, like in the middle, because sometimes
I picked the
you get,
wrong
like,
conversation to
different
play on
channels,
my
different countries.
microphone.
You hear dulce de cajeta, you start laughing because like you see, oh, such a sweet pussy. You're like,
So funny. That's so funny. And I have to say this because this was kind of a generational thing from my mom.
yeah.
But I'm gonna say this without context to see if you, well, not without, I'm gonna say this without explaining it too much
Okay.
to see if you understand the term. But
Okay.
I took my mother to a dispensary recently,
Yes.
and we were looking at something, and it was called puta breath.
Yes, here that word is bad. Yes.
My mom, I told her, I said, you know, you might want to try this. And she could not stop laughing. She's like, are you kidding me? Is that the name? And I'm like,
Okay.
yes, I know. It's funny. I get it. But, you know, and she just could not stop laughing
Okay,
at it.
I'm gonna show you something, because here in Argentina we have a little show called Le Luthier, which is it's a comedy show,
and there's a little song, and I want to show it to you because it's such a funny song. And I'm gonna try to look for the video, to see if I can find it because it's a 2 minutes I think song. Yes, there we go. I'm gonna show it to you because this is a great song from Le Luthier, and
Did you figure out how to do it now?
Yes, yes. That's the thing. I needed just to be able to do this. So there we go. So here, this is the funny part. You'll understand it. 1 minute.
Am I supposed to hear something?
Oh, is it playing? Oh, sorry.
I see the motion. I just don't have any audio.
No, this is video audio. I don't know how to actually do it like this. They have it in another. They told me like you need to have it on another. Like.
I've heard several things lately with that I haven't actually
Okay, give me just 1 second because I know how to actually end this problem. So I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna run it and we'll talk for a little bit more.
Well, I was gonna say that they used to have to share audio, but you're streaming it yourself, so I don't know if you have to do that.
No, I will simply like use the video program to actually upload the video and play the video in a playback and that's it. That will be it.
So your profile picture.
Oh, mine. That's the funny part. This is exactly my face drawn by a friend that I asked if she could use. And that's the funny part. A video of Zelda. It's actually a take video. Fighting Ganondorf, and where they actually fight with, and I'm not joking about this, breast milk. They fight because they have breast milk in their own tits, so they start like shooting between them. That's the last scene, and he says us, "Oh, looks like you have a little mustache. You're a man." And he goes like, "Whoa," with a little like a milk mustache. I can actually show you some quick video.
You can tell her she got the nose all wrong.
Yes, but that's great. That nose was specifically because of that. Better because of that.
No, I've actually been, I just didn't know what to do. Let's do this.
You hear it? It was open up.
As I say, we used to have to share audio, and you're doing an actually sharing, so I don't know how that works.
Let's remember a video file and then see if I can actually show the video. I don't know if it's gonna like cut us off, but I don't mind. Just something. And you're gonna laugh. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Good. Yes, and that's the funny part because this is actually because the scene is actually a complimentary part because of the
Well, I'm gonna end this stream now, but tomorrow I will share the fruits of my labor. Yeah, that's interesting.
I'll tell you though, man, American television we still would not put something like that on television.
Yeah, but this is the different part because here in Argentina, one of the greatest comedians back in the day, they didn't care. Those guys are actually most of them are almost already dead. So,
Well, that's why you and I'm really interested now. Because, I'm curious to see what you've seen and what you know of and things like that. Because there's comedians that would do things like that. But, you're telling me that's a show that was on...
So tomorrow we'll review the fruits of today's labors.
yes.
But overall, we don't really have a lot of data we can work with for a final stack. Still, maybe we can salvage something. I would have really liked to capture this target.
Some of the people actually learn curse words before they start talking about the first words. Because we use our swearing is so big and so normal right here that they don't believe me when I say we can be talking and a boludo will come out. And boludo, which means saying moron or something like that. But kind of.
So basically, I'm gonna monitor this before I fall asleep. And we're only in the red filter, so if I'm worried or if I want to switch and I don't think I'm going to be up for long, I'm going to go either to green and blue in rapid succession, or I'm going to just go straight to hydrogen. Because hydrogen alpha is a filter which just excludes light from all wavelengths of light, except for a little sliver of the spectrum from ionized hydrogen. I'm going to bring up the gain to a higher number, goose up the offset to be roughly half of the gain, and leave it on 5-minute exposures. If on the other hand I run into the same malfunction in 10 minutes, then I don't know what I'm going to do exactly, but I'll just wing it. But I'd like to get something, show something for my efforts tonight. Uh-oh. The hell is this? Oh, it's an OBS thing, is it?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Oh, whoops, I know what I did.
Saying is, no, like I'm saying, this is something
Yeah, because I had the preview window open. Okay, so we can close the remote desktop. I gotta really scrub that. And, oh shit. Pardon my language. Alright. I'm hereby ending. Oof. See, that's my overhead camera here.
Upside down it would be some people that are fat they call flaco, and some people that are skinny they're called gordo. Because we are normal there. Here we have it as normal, saying in a caring way, not as a despectful way.
I understand what you're saying. I didn't mean it to come off like I think that.
No. But I
just wanted to say, in America, we're just way more.
See this?
Even if, if I had a big friend, and I'm like, "What's up, big guy?"
Yeah.
He could take offense to that, which is kind of ridiculous.
But it can happen sometimes. The other day, one of my coworkers.
So, I gotta play with that, make it look prettier. I don't care if it's in the view, if it looks nice, but it looks like crap with the tape on it. See, just a webcam.
Sometimes tell because that's how I learn. Sometimes with the person that I feel like
I understand what you're saying, and being raised in America, even talking to a black guy until I'm familiar with it, I wouldn't even be. I would feel.
Alright, so we gotta make some adjustments to that. So, yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Here we actually
Alright.
that barrier with.
I really am ending the stream this time. Wait, I'm hooked. I want to see what's going on my telescope one more time. If I see something, I'll share it.
Here, we have people in America that are like, I don't like the way that sounds. So you can't
It's
say
2 more
it. It
minutes.
doesn't even have anything to do with
2 more
what
minutes.
we're talking about. That's
You know
why
what? I'll queue up my
it's
anime.
acceptable. It's normal. And it's like, that is, I would love for it to be that way here. Like, to be comfortable, just say something not racist.
So I use my old phone as a remote control.
Isn't racist, but I would definitely get some sideways glances here in America. People would say, I can't believe you said that word.
That's the funny part here. They even told me that was that. It's like,
Yeah, like every other country in the entire world except here. Like if I say weak women here, it creates an argument. Whereas some other countries, it's, yeah, what do you mean weak woman? Where's the rest of the conversation? I'm waiting for you to say something else after that. Where here, weak woman, that creates a whole fucking argument. You know, you don't even have to use it in context. You can just say those words, and you're doing a party.
yeah. That's a reality we actually have to live with. Because I sometimes speak English and something like that, like professor or something like that. And honestly, God, I try to do my best, as I see the bar actually going lower and lower and lower. Well, honest, not like actually, so on. Honest God, those people will come here, they will understand how they feel like that. That's what I think. Yeah, and I'm gonna say.
I see a gap here. I'm gonna cover that. Is that like actually a gap or is that a part? It's like just an opening, I guess. I don't know. It looks like a part. It's like a part. It's like a cowlick. I'll fix it in the morning. Wow, man. I have all kinds of gaps apparently. Am I going bald? Nah, I don't know. I haphazardly take the curl and it's go. And then after every haircut, my hair barber, stylist, whatever, she's all like, "Oh yeah, you should do this frohawk thing." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll try it out." And I do it for like a couple weeks, and then I go back to my old ways because I just, I want to embrace the curliness. So, okay, 5 minutes has transpired. I'm very confused at what the hell this camera is doing. I told it to run for 500 seconds.
Charge anything, just tell me. That's